Hello there, this is That Concerned Guy. For this clip, I want to give advice for men who are interested in dating a Filipino woman. As many of you know, today's feminism upon Western countries have made it difficult for Western men to pursue or maintain a relationship with Western women. So, the outcome of this is that a growing number of Western men are going abroad to find a girlfriend or a wife in Asian countries such as the Philippines. It is now the norm seeing a number of Western men married to a Filipino woman in Western countries and in the Philippines. A number of these Western men claim that they are much happier with their relationships to Filipino women compared to relationships to Western women. But usually, it is not mentioned the negatives with these relationships to Filipino women. For instance, the man is expected to help support not only his Filipino girlfriend or wife, but also the Filipina's immediate family. This is usually not the general norm in Western cultures, particularly the more Anglo-Protestant based cultures or Northern European cultures, where it is much more individualistic compared to the more collectivistic cultures of Asia, including the Philippines. Needing to support the Filipina's family can be a burden for Western men, as this makes it very difficult financially and culturally to make this sort of cross-cultural relationships to work. Another thing that Western men must know is that many Filipinos have the beggar mentality, as they always want to ask or beg towards their higher income earning relatives to give them money for things such as rent, electricity bills, food, and other things. But a lot of the time, these Filipino relatives tend to indulge too much of the on the given money for more like luxurious spendings, instead for daily necessities. Although there are Filipinos who do spend the given money for the daily necessities, the beggar mentality tends to prevail regardless. This also shows that the collective family-oriented culture of Filipinos permeate into the relationships of Filipino women. Even though the Philippines is still a conservative, Catholic-dominated society, hypergamy plays a role in the way Filipino women operate in regards to looking for a boyfriend or husband. And since social class is an obvious division within Philippine society, a large number of Filipino women are indeed obsessed with social class, as they like to obtain material items such as the nicest house, nicest clothes, cars, and jewelry. A number of Western men would witness how these Filipinos like to show off their material possessions, and how many vacations they have had by showing photos to their family and friends to make them envious and such. A number of these Filipino women are palenqueras, so look out for the red flags there. But there are exceptions to the rule here. Yes, there are decent, humble, and level-headed Filipino women who do not adhere to much of these traits. And it is important for Western men to be aware of all these things if they are in a relationship with a Filipina, or is wanting to pursue a relationship with a Filipina. And there are Western men who have succeeded in obtaining a great relationship with Filipino women, who are understanding and very much fair to how their husbands should not always be overly dependent by the Filipino family relations. It is understandable that these Western men do not want to have a relationship with Western women, as many are just too suplada, too full of themselves, and too picky that it makes it virtually impossible for the average Western man to stand a chance. Western feminism these days have almost destroyed the love relationships between men and women. Anyway, this is just a little advice for men who are in a relationship with a Filipino woman, or are wanting to pursue a relationship with a Filipino woman. But women are women, whether they are Westerners, Asians, or whatever. Women in general are after men for their resources. Thanks for listening, and if you like this clip, please give it a big thumbs up and just subscribe to my channel for more content. Cheers.